it's so hard to say the same thing. Are you so weak?
So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is ShawneeLove33, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial of how I do my crochet Senegalese twist. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you like what you see, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below, and also click the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting. I post a variety of different videos on my channel. I do tutorials, unboxing, hauls, story times, etc. So definitely give my channel a look. Anyway, I'm doing this tutorial of the Senegalese twist, and you really can't see the length because of my camera setup, but I'm going to get that for you in a minute. But I basically like to do protective styles in the winter to kind of protect my hair. I usually wear my hair natural, but it's a little bit stressful to deal with in the winter time, so I like to kind of do protective styles, and the crochet Senegalese twist is one thing that I enjoy. So I'm basically going to be showing you guys how I go from this pack of hair to this, so stay tuned. So first off, you're going to need some hair. I'm using the silky yaki braid hair in the color M1B30, which you can see is like a slightly smoother texture. It's not as rough as like basic connect along hair, and I find this is the hair that I use for these twists, and I feel like they're a little bit smoother. You're also going to need some gel. I have the Eco Styler gel in Moroccan argan oil, water in a spray bottle, oops, hit my tripod, a comb, some scissors, and I'm using this black string. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the string that I'm using right here. And you're gonna need a flat backing, something tall with a flat back. This is a chair that I have the string kind of wrapped around. Now, first off, what I like to do after I have the hair out of the pack, while it still has the middle rubber band on, what I like to do is I like to give it a couple of spritz of water, and I kind of just rub that through with my hands. Now, this is an optional step. You don't have to do this. And I just kind of give the hair like an initial comb through. This is optional, but I mean, do what you want to do. This is what I do. And then I just go ahead and clip that middle rubber band off. Now, I do like to feather the ends. Basically, if you don't really know how to like feather the ends and stuff, I'll leave some videos in the description below, because I'm not really a pro at it, but I do what I do. Basically, just kind of detangle the hair basically. And with feathering, you want to make sure the tips are not so even and blunt, like bluntly chopped off. You want them to be kind of frayed, which is going to give you the nice tapering at the end. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but you want that nice tapering, how it goes from bigger to thin. So I will link some videos that I learned how to fray the ends, how I learned how to do it, in the description, because I'm not that much of a pro, and I just think it's like something that I don't really want to show you. If you don't like my technique, you can find something else. But basically, once you have the ends frayed, you're going to be ready to start installing the hair. So once you have your hair nice and feathered and the ends are all feathered and tapered and out, you want to start pulling the hair. So I would say pull about this much hair, very thin sections. You don't want these to be too big, but of course, if you want a bigger braid, a bigger twist, you would do bigger pulls. So I just have that much hair, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these out of the way so they don't get in my way. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hair and I'm gonna fit the hair over the string that I have on the back of the chair. Now, you want to kind of take this time to measure up your ends and make sure your ends are even together, that make sure that they're completely even, because you don't want one side to be too short. And now it's time for the gel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my Eco Styler gel on my finger. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just a little bit of, oh my gosh, a little bit of gel on my finger. I'm going to rub that into the hair. Can you guys see that? Can I zoom in a bit? All right. So I just take that gel and I kind of smooth that gel down the length of the hair. And now we begin twisting. So you just twist the hair. You don't want to pull it too taut or hold it too tight. I hope you guys can see that. You don't want to pull it too tight or too taut, because if you do it too tight or too taut, you're going to get bunching and the hair is not going to turn out right. So basically, you're just going to keep adding gel down the length of the hair the lower you go. And I feel like my string keeps going down. I don't know if you guys can really see that. In the camera, dip a little bit more gel if you run out. I'm using my gel. It's kind of hard for me because I use nails, but you just rub the gel down the length of the hair and you keep on going until you get to the end. It's really nothing to it. You just want to kind of pull it out. The reason I'm kind of pulling the hair out is because it helps me maintain the same shape throughout the twist. If you loosen up your grip or you tighten up your grip, you're going to get issues with it buckling and bunching up, and it just doesn't look too good. You want this to remain uniform and the same pressure, like the same amount of tension throughout. So I'm just going to continue doing that until I get to the end. So one thing I wanted to show you guys is when you get to this part right here where it's kind of the twist isn't even at the end, what you do is you just divide it up and you take a little bit from the other side so that it's kind of even, and then you just twist that on down the normal way that you would do. You just twist it on down normally. So if that happens where one side of the twist gets a little bit too thin, all you're going to do is just borrow a little bit of hair from the other side, and you keep doing that until you get down. And that, you know, make sure you're using your gel so that it doesn't unravel. It shouldn't, if you have your technique right and you're holding it with the right amount of tension, it shouldn't come undone. But just in case, just do it like that. Right here, I'm dipping the hair into boiling hot water to set the ends. I let that sit for about a minute, making sure that all the ends were saturated. Then I squeezed out the excess water on a towel, which I cut that part out. Then I let the hair dry overnight. Right here, I inserted a picture of my braiding pattern. It's not very well. I didn't get to get the back, but I did a zigzag pattern, and I'll insert that in the description. So right now I'm beginning on my hair. I already have the back of my hair installed, which was the black color, and I'm doing the brown at the front. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna do like braids at the front. I'm gonna do the twist at the front. So I just take my hook and I make sure that the latch is closed before I put it under my braid, and I just pull it under. Then I open the hook and I take the hair and I open up the loop a little bit with my finger so it's easier to push through. Then I hook the loop onto the end of the hook, close the hook, pull it through back under, and then you take the braid and you're going to feed the end of the braid through the loop. Now usually I'll do that twice if it's a bigger braid, if it's at the back of my hair, but since it's at the front of my head, I'm only going to loop it once and it's secured. So what I did was I put two twists at the front of my hair for each section, just to make sure I would have enough hair. And whenever you're doing styles like this, you want to try to do the perimeter of your head, meaning the back, the front, and the sides, and kind of get that a little bit filled in. And that way, in case you need to go out and buy more hair, you know, you can put your hair up a little bit and it won't look weird. You can put it into a bun or whatever and then get hair to fill in the middle, which I ended up having enough hair, more than enough hair actually. So I'm just continuing that, you know, going back under that braid, making sure that you don't catch your real hair in the hook, and just going through. So ignore my faces, and then I'm going to speed it up in a bit. My braids look like shit, but this is my very first time using this braiding pattern. I got this braiding pattern from the Brilliant Beauty, and I will link her video in the description so y'all can see better, because I really didn't know what I was doing. Like, I've done crochet braids before, but I usually just braid my hair all the way to the back, and I'm sorry I go a little bit out of frame in this. I apologize for that. But yeah, guys, this is what it is. And right here is just trying to show you guys what it looks like completely installed. I didn't really do a good job. And then in the next clip, I just did a overall pan of what it looks like. The hair ended up being about to my butt. And then yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, definitely leave them below and I will try to get back to you. But thanks guys for watching. Bye.